These factions are even more terrifying than Love Livers. Well, almost.
What is going on here?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 terrifying cults in anime.
Well, I definitely think you've got the right approach.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at religion-based organizations that have some charismatic leaders, as well as some pretty shady goals. This list might get into detail on some of the cults, so here's a very light spoiler warning.
Innocence and obedience are all he asks.
Number 10, the Doma Organization. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters.
You have to beat all of us, not just one of us. But I'll tell you what, this is for being such a good sport.
Children's card battles are supposed to be fun, right? Well, not in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh!, where losing means you can have your soul sucked out of your body and used in a ritual to summon an ancient dragon that'll destroy the world.
Awaken him from his ancient slumber by accepting my offering.
That's the goal of the Doma Organization, a shady group of duelers led by darts. They use a special set of cards that have the seal of Orichalcos to capture the soul of anyone who loses a duel to them. Formed of enemies new and old, Yugi and gang certainly had their work cut out for them.
Once I replenish you with enough souls, you shall inherit the strength to swallow the earth. No one will stop us.
Number 9, the Axis Order. Konosuba, God's blessing in this wonderful world. The life of the goddess Aqua takes a rough turn after she gets dragged into a fantasy world alongside Kazuma. The incompetent group of adventurers eventually make their way to Axel, which is home of the Axis Order, a group of Aqua-worshipping fanatics who constantly try and convert travelers to their religion. As if things couldn't get any worse for her, they don't actually believe she's the goddess they worship, and when she tries to prove it, they form an angry mob and chase her for being a witch of the Devil King's army. Number 8, the Great Goat Cult. Berserk. If Berserk tells us one thing, it's that Midland is a very, very, very messed up place to live in, and the Great Goat Cult is a perfect example of why.
Oh, Great Goat, I beg you to convert this man.
This creepy group is led by the Great Goat, a mostly naked man who wears a goat's head over his own. If by chance you want to join such a great group, prepare to take part in blood orgies and eat a tasty serving of human flesh soup. Thankfully for everyone in this world, he messes with Casca, and you know Guts just hates that. Number 7, the South Seas Alliance. Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt. The South Seas Alliance is a type of religious organization that you might not expect to exist. They're a radical Buddhist cult who used to be on the side of the Earth Federation and decided they wanted to try being independent for once. Using a military force of both Federation and Zeon mobile suits they scavenged from the 1-year war, the Alliance has some serious might backing their ideology. It must have taken a new type with some serious brainwashing powers to set this up. Number 6, Agents of Dio. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders. It's no small wonder why the charismatic antagonist Dio Brando can garner such an intense following. Sure, back in Phantom Blood this unit was horrifying, but when Stardust Crusaders rolled around, their numbers had grown tenfold, and was now able to send stand-using assassins and serial killers to do their dark bidding. Despite his track record of giving his followers a deadly pink slip, Dio's worshippers continue to work towards his twisted goals. Now that is dedication. Number 5, the Church of the Walls. Attack on Titan. When you're cooped up in a place for a couple of hundred years, you're bound to start acting a bit loopy.
Innocence and obedience are all he asks.
In order to protect themselves from the threat of the man-eating titans, the last remnants of humanity locked themselves in a city surrounded by massive, seemingly impenetrable walls. The only people who truly know the origins of these structures are the leaders of the cult that worships them.
Whatever else you do, don't let sunlight touch it!
This religious organization believes that they are a gift from God to protect mankind from monsters, and high-ranking members would willingly sacrifice themselves to keep the truth from getting out.
I don't care! The Lord is my shepherd! Let his humble servant fall!
Number 4. Jashin. Naruto Shippuden.
Before doing that, you know that I have to confer with my lord.
The followers of Jashin do their best to fulfill the wishes of their holy leader by freeing people from their fear of death by killing them. Or at least that's what Hidan, a member of Akatsuki, tells us.
And the ritual shall now begin.
Truth is, he's the only Jashist we actually know in the series, so it's not clear if he made it up himself or not. But there must be some truth to it, considering he is somehow immortal.
Believe me, I wish someone would kill me. But that's not possible.
Number 3. The Sacred Eye Cult. Future Diary.
I do hope you will enjoy your stay here.
Tsubaki Kasugano, the leader, was born with poor eyesight and lost her parents in an accident orchestrated by one member who sought to control the cult from behind the scenes. Her luck finally turned around when she was blessed by Deus Ex Machina, who gave a future diary that allowed her to see through the eyes of her followers.
Please tell me they've snapped out of it.
They're acting normal for cultists, I guess.
Naturally, she resolves to use this power to win the death game and destroy the outside world. Number 2. The Cult of Kira. Death Note.
God recognized me, as I had always hoped. Not only that, but he found me worthy of sharing his power to eliminate evil.
Anyone who's watched Death Note knows that Light Yagami is one smart fella. After a chance encounter with the Death Note, a supernatural notebook which kills anyone whose name is written inside, Light begins his sacred journey as Kira to rid the world of all crime and become the new god. As Kira's success grows, so do the number of people who support his methods.
This is not a hoax, it's the absolute truth.
It starts with Misa, and then it spreads to the point where there's actually a television show dedicated to him called Kira's Kingdom, led by a spokesperson who tries to convert all non-believers to Kira's side.
Come on, everyone! The new age of Kira is about to arrive!
Number 1. The Witch Cult. ReZero, starting a new life in another world. If there's one cult in anime that had everyone talking, it's this one. The Witch Cult is one evil organization led by several members at the top known as Sin Archbishops. Each of these archbishops represent one of the 7 deadly sins. The only one who's not been represented is the sin of envy, and that's because that sin is reserved for the entity that they worship unconditionally and are tasked with trying to resurrect, the Witch of Envy, Satila. These guys are so twisted that knights are ordered to kill any member they find on sight. No trial or chance for redemption for these guys, and that's pretty hard to argue.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.